All right, today I'm checking out the 98 R34 GTT. This will be the client's really first look at it. Um, it's a car we got built by Autosports Rabbit in Tukatski. It was originally black. I'll show you what we got done to it. Just a walk around. This thing looks amazing. So, I mean, we get a lot of cars built at Rabbit, and they always seem to have the same kind of quality paint job. But I would say, and usually it's really noticeable on the roof and things like that. But I would say this is above their standard quality for sure. There's plenty of dirt in the paint. I mean, I don't know, they source it to a local, it's just a water spot. They source it to a local company that does it. So I've never been there. I don't know their conditions. So as far as this car is concerned, we did complete GTR face. It's the factory Nissan GTR bumper and hood, and it's Rabbit's custom, or their own mold lower lip, because the lower lip on the GTR is so expensive. And if you get the GTR face, you run into issues where the fender is not going to match the bumper because the bumper is a bit bigger. You'll have a gap here, and if you get a GTR fender to match the bumper, then the side skirts are not going to match. So what we did was we got the Nismo molding in the front to cover that. It looks pretty sharp. I mean, we didn't do the rear wide fenders, but brand new wheels, Wed Sports, brand new brakes. We got brand new HKS muffler, and when I pop the engine, an HKS intake. All right, I'll show you some details of the car. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. When you get a car at Rabbit, they'll always replace the headlights with the new covers, so they're not all old and aged. I don't know how long or how well these covers hold up. Like if they're in direct sun for years, like I don't know how well they are. But I mean, when you buy them brand new, they look sharp. There's nothing to really point out, because I mean the whole car has been resprayed. So I mean, there's no, well, I say there's no rock chips, but I mean there is blemishes in the bumper. I don't know. That one spot's about it. Now, it was a used bumper, I believe, because when we saw the car, it was originally black. It already had the bumper on it. They were going to make it the GTR face anyways, but then we chose, the details we wanted plus the color, because they'll basically build any car for us, any style we want, take our requests. So I really like dealing with them. They got a new, I believe that's a Blitz intercooler. I'll have to check that as well. So just going along the car, that comes off. Down the side of the car, there's not a single dent. Of course, I would hope there wouldn't be. And this side as well, completely clean. And I mean, I didn't see any runs in the paint. Often, I'll see with their quality, there'll be runs around here. But I mean, this looks great. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm sure the client will be as well. I mean, it wasn't an inexpensive car. It was quite pricey. So, brand new wheels. But I mean, if you get close to it, I mean, you're probably not going to be able to catch that on camera, but you can kind of see it right here. I mean, there's plenty of dirt in the paint, which, I mean, I don't know, maybe it can be wet sanded off, and like there's a white spot here, that kind of thing, kind of like some pimples in a way. And the overall quality of the car was in decent shape when we first looked at it. He kept the stock spoiler, he didn't go the GTR route. The rear has the same kind of white pimples. I don't know, you know, if this is done in an expensive paint booth or just in a warehouse. I don't know. I'll be interested in finding that out one day. They kept this blue. I don't particularly like that myself, but it is what it is. You know, there's no rust around the brake light or anything. Oh, we also got the LED tails. The customer specifically wanted them, so they went ahead and put those in. There's like overspray here. I don't really like that. But the trim's all good. Sometimes they'll paint it. This one doesn't look painted here because it's still dirty over there. This looks like it's painted gloss black. Actually, I feel like I can take that off. It's kind of loose. I thought the other side, sorry, kind of all over the place. I thought this side, yeah, this one looks painted a little bit. Maybe this side was more faded. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, there's nothing to really point out on the body. I mean, it looks great. I mean, you got 3 Bayside blues. I don't know, like, I think that one looks a little lighter, whereas this and this look more accurate. Well, they look more comparable to each other, where that one looks a tad bit lighter, the V-Spec 2, V-Spec 1, and a resprayed GTT. All right, under the hood, before I do a cold start, I will check this out. We got HKS filter. There's still the stock filter in the trunk. Obviously the bonnet's been resprayed. They never repaint the engine bays, so typically the clients will try to get a black car to avoid, you know, a silver or a white or a red engine bay with the blue. Not much to, you know, really talk about. We did the full timing belt, water pump, belts changed. We got all that taken care of. The client wanted the, you know, a solid car delivered to him so that he didn't have to worry about that. I mean, there's like some silicone here. It doesn't look like there's any rust or anything there, but you know, well, I say no oil leaks, but as far as I know, last time I checked, there wasn't any. Now that it's been sitting inside, it'll be a little easier to tell something like that. I think they resprayed that like a gunmetal color. It actually looks pretty good. I didn't notice that at first. The tower bar is resprayed gunmetal. I mean, it doesn't look cheap. Maybe there was like some pitting in the aluminum there. Not aluminum or steel or whatever. The lighting is bad. I don't have a nice bright light to shine in here and show the details. But the bracket is cracked there on the headlight, but they're not broken or repaired. This is a non-accident car. Yeah, I will do a cold start. All right, the floor mats are in the trunk. Rabbit always puts them there. Now, I know when I start this car, for some reason the head unit makes like a clicking sound before it comes out. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know how to stop that. So, cold start. That fires right up. No hesitation. Battery's good. I haven't charged the battery. Half a tank of gas. 104,000 kilometers. So it's right at that point that everybody, you know, the kilometers where the price really starts to, you know, go up if it's around 100,000 and lower. I've known this works. I've seen it before, and my voice is vibrating. Well, I'll get all that checked out. Let it warm up a little bit before I rev it. It sounds good. I mean, brand new muffler. See, you know, we got all the belts replaced, so you know, there's no sounds. Everything sounds good on the engine, as it should be. Yeah, I wish I had a mount to hear the muffler. Sounds good. RPMs are fine. Let's see if you can hear it. Yeah, I mean, you can hear the turbo from inside the car, which is good. It's a boost. Can't see if that's, yeah, boost is going up. Sometimes that solenoid gets dirty and doesn't work anymore. RPMs, fine. Clutch, I mean, I drove it around the parking lot a bunch of times, bringing it in here yesterday. I mean, everything's fine. The release point's kind of low, or kind of high on the clutch. I mean, it feels like just a factory clutch. Turbo timer, ETC machine. I don't want to mess with this radio right now. Do a quick electronics check while I have the car running. Alright, we got the light on the wall there. High beams work. So I do have to close. Okay, I hit the right button. As far as, yeah, I mean, it's -1 degree. So it is cold outside. I mean, I have I'm inside and I have my beanie cap on or whatever. So as far as, well, 32 degrees, I mean, it's at my feet. Immediately hot, which is good. Yeah, I mean, it's already ice cold. No problems there. I don't want to mess with the radio. Turn on the hazards. We got the headlight on. Horn works. The shifting's good. LED tails, blinker, blinker. Side marker on, headlight, blinker, headlight, blinker, and side marker. Alright, now for the real test, let's check the windows and doors and locks. Got the remote key, starts up. Turn off this stuff. Alright, so I left the door open. Folding out works. Right, just up, out, in, down, and I'm not gonna be able to see that. I'll check it in a minute. Window down, window down. That window is kind of sluggish. Going up is fine. Auto up. So, locks the door. Unlocks the door. That all checks out. All right. Yeah, I mean, they have this big wide rear view mirror, lights. Yeah, I think it's all good. I don't know if there's anything. There's no weird smell in here except now the muffler smell. Everything's good. All right, I'm gonna try to do the interior video. Instead of like, usually I'll move it outside. It's just so cold. And the light is bad in here. It's a beautiful showroom and it's got these old yellow lights. 100,000 kilometers, as mentioned. The interior is quite crisp. No damage. There's a mild scratch right there, but you know, no kicking on the door or speaker. Even the kick plate, I don't know, the Skyline kick plate. As I mentioned, the mats are in the trunk. They're in good shape. The seats themselves. So the customer ordered leather car covers or seat covers for everything, front and back. They have not come in yet, but he wants to hurry up and get the car, so we put in the shipping order for the car to go to Hawaii. And if they come in, if the seat covers come in, then we'll put them on. If not, we'll just send it to them. This seat looks good. It's a bit, I don't know if I was just holding that and it did that. Yeah, okay. You know, there's nothing really, that's a shadow. The driver's seat is quite beat. I'll get to that in a minute. I see this heavy scratch that I wouldn't have seen sitting in the passenger or in the driver's seat. It's kind of rough. Other than that, nothing going on in there. It's all good. There's no damage that I particularly saw on the dash. Everything checks out. As we saw, the bezel and the gauges work. Yeah, very limited scratching on the console here, which is good. This factory shift knob is old, as well as the e-brake. But there's no damage on the armrest. All right, the seats and the floor look good. I know it's dark, sorry. But no cigarette stains. There's no, you know, butt staining or anything like that. The inserts on both sides look good. Yeah, even the headliner is in good shape, and there's a yeah, I don't think the visors are that dirty. I'll have to look at that one because the steering wheel is really messed up. That's probably one of the biggest flaws, is the steering wheel. And the client's aware of that. He's trying to source one at the moment. I mean, if we get it before we ship it, I'll put it on for him. It's got a big goobered up mark right here. And it's probably been painted. If you tried to clean that, all that paint will probably come off. I mean, it's fine to hold the steering wheel. So, I mean, looking at this seat now, faded. I mean, there's tape here, stains on it. I mean, I think there's a cigarette burn right there. I mean, I don't particularly remember what the seat condition was in. I don't think they would, you know, because we were getting seat covers, I don't think they would throw in a crappy seat. But I can't 100% say. Yeah, I think that might be a cigarette burn right there. But the mats are in good shape. So car covers are, I can't see it. Can I turn on the light? No. There's some wiring hanging down there. Other than that, I mean, there's some fading on the knobs, but it all checks out. I mean, there's nothing. I haven't tried to clean the interior at all, so like these kick marks here, these brush marks might come off after I give it a clean. But Rabbit typically cleans the car, so like I don't have to go in there in detail like other dealers that won't clean their car. Yeah, this side of the dash is good too. Yeah, this is faded out. That's about it. I don't know if you can order just a new one. I mean, I've seen people get replacements, but I don't know if they're just used ones or if they're new replacements. I'm not sure. This is brushed out. Yeah, it's a little dirty here. That's about it. Overall, solid car. Pop the trunk, I'll show the mats. Full gas tank too. Sometimes these gas tanks won't pop open, it's really annoying. And the weight of this wing, yeah, I can't get it open. I think I need 2 hands. I don't know if it's the weight of the wing or I mean, that's factory. Let me turn this camera off. Yeah, so the trunk dampers are shot. That's what, you know, makes it so I can't really open the trunk easily. We got the racing suction box, some piping, and the stock intake, and the mats. And all the mats are in, you know, I can't keep the trunk open. All the mats are in good shape. You know, there's no break on the Skyline emblem. A little scratched up, but that's to be expected. Yeah, trunk's in good shape. All right, there you have her.